Okay, a while back on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, Triple H talked about how the internet fans will complain about a very specific portion of the story without knowing the whole story. Will complain about one chapter of a book without knowing how the story is going to end. Well, more often than not, the story that they craft can have a good beginning, an okay middle, and drastically fall off the rails at the end. I've been asked in the past if I would do things kind of like this, where it's more like the fantasy booking. Not a huge fan of fantasy booking because it allows you to look at all aspects of the story, beginning, middle, and end, in one very short sequence. To truly do fantasy booking, a person should essentially do a small snippet, like what you would see on Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view, and then next week do that small snippet instead of doing it all in one big block. So I'm going to try to do this. And I do, yes, before people throw, I do watch WWE What Culture, so I am well aware of Adam and the work that he's done. To my knowledge, he hasn't done this one yet, but bear with me on this one. Remember Damien Mizdow? He was the Miz's stunt double who wrestled the invisible opponent on the outside of the ring, and the crowd freaking loved him. Remember how I was like, oh man, this is going on great. Can't wait to break them up, and Mizdow goes on to do nothing. If you don't recall, here's what actually happened. On February 2nd of 2015, Mizdow became a personal assistant, relegated from stunt double to PA. Miz made his life crap, he lost a lot of matches. WrestleMania 31, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This, of course, is March 29th. Mizdow eliminates The Miz. Great. Fantastic. Mizdow then picks up with Summer Rae because the Marine 4 was coming out. So I guess that means maybe next month Miz and Paige will be paired up because of Christmas Bounty or Evil Elves, whatever movie's coming out with the Miz and Paige. I guess they'll team up because, movie's coming out. So a little bit of back and forth, trading victories here and there. On April 20th, yes, a week before Extreme Rules, they had the blow-off of their feud. Winner gets The Miz, gets the licensing rights. Summer Rae turns on Mizdow, Ray of the Ice Skull Crush finale, 1, 2, 3, and done. Miz would continue to do the Damien Sandow will go back to Sandow. He would begin to parrot and then become Macho Mando. He's back as Damien Sandow. I think he recently beat Adam Rose on a dark match. So that's what happened. Really over guy. Nothing. Who won the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal? A true giant, The Big Show. So we're going to look at from WrestleMania to Extreme Rules, just this 1 month period. Here has to be my final four for the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I go with Ryback, Big Show, Miz, and Mizdow. I have Miz and Mizdow just kind of looking at each other. They're going to let Ryback and Big Show wail on each other. I have Ryback go for that big money power man spot of eliminating Big Show. He's still there. He's over the apron. He's tired. He's exhausted. Mizdow, run over, eliminate him. Miz starts celebrating. He looks at Mizdow, tells him to get out of his ring. Mizdow does. Going through the middle rope. He asks for a mic. Miz is now talking about how this is the ascension. This is the brand. This is the dawning of the new Miz. Brand new Miz. Have him talk about how he once main evented WrestleMania and he beat John Cena while being the champion. Really play up those smart IWC, this is why we hate you, Miz accolades. I'd even throw in the fact that he's got a gorgeous wife. I would even name drop that he's married to Maris. Just right there as well. And then I have him going to the turnbuckle to do a celebratory spot, hands up in the air, mic, he's just talking about how fantastic. Now this is going to be the moment that's going to take him back to the top. Winning this battle royal, this is it. This is when, have him, this is like winning an Oscar. This is like winning an Emmy. Have him talk. This is the greatest thing he's ever done, and this is that moment that's going to propel him back to singles gold, back to main event status. This is what's going to make the WWE Universe really realize how important and impressive and how Miz is the most must-see sports entertainer of all time. Have him yell at Mizdow to hand him his trophy. So Miz, still middle turnbuckle. Mizdow hands him the trophy. So Miz, leaning over, gets a hold of the trophy. And he starts to lift it up. You then have Mizdow rip the trophy down with Miz. Miz flies over the top rope from the turnbuckle to the outside. Miz, laid out, looks dumbfounded. Damien Mizdow rolls into the ring. He is your official winner. Yes, I have him win the 2015 Out of the Memorial Battle Royal. Next night on Raw, that's when you have the Miz come down. Miz, livid. He has had this opportunity ripped away from him. Calls out Mizdow. They have a one-on-one match right then and there. Miz tries some heel trickery. Doesn't work. 1, 2, 3. Mizdow is victorious. In the back, Miz can't believe it. That's when you have Summer Rae come up. Summer Rae's like, Miz, don't worry, don't forget, you have your movie coming out. Focus on the movie. Next week, you do a Miz TV segment. You have the Miz talk about the Marine 4, how this is an amazing film, and how he might not have won the accolade for the Out of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but he will win awards because of this movie, because he's that phenomenal of an actor. That's when you have Mizdow come down again. Mizdow says it's time for them to finally finish it. That it's time for there to only be one person who can use the Miz's music. There's only one person who can claim the right to the use of the phrase Miz. Only one person. And they decide it's going to be, they can't do just one match. No, not one match. They do a 2 out of 3 fall series. Probably thinking, oh man, those are stupid. Because in the first doesn't mean anything. The first match sets the tone for the entire thing. Later on that night, they have the first match. Same like last week, Mizdow just owns Miz. Gets that 1, 2, 3. Later on, Summer Rae is talking with Mizdow. She's like, maybe you should have been in the Marine 4. Then all of a sudden, everyone already knows Summer Rae is going to turn on Mizdow. We knew that anyways in the original version. Next week, they do their second match. This is then when Summer Rae gets involved. Does the eye rake. Skull Crushing finale. Tied up 1-1. They are now going to Extreme Rules in Chicago. Notice how instead of doing the match the week before the pay-per-view, they're now heading into the pay-per-view. Mizdow knows Miz has got Summer Rae on the outside. He knows that he's got somebody on the outside that's going to essentially try to screw him out of the match. He needs to find someone he can trust. Someone who can really help him out on the outside to help neutralize Summer Rae. Up to this time, Summer Rae has just been a dancer. She really hadn't had that much real, true character build that she's had since then with the Ziggler-Rusev Lana situation. If anything, it showed that she has some really good chops. And her time in NXT, she actually showed that she knows how to work a match and is pretty good on the microphone. So Damien's trying to find a diva to help him out. His bright idea, he needs a dancer to help combat Summer Rae's dancing on the outside. I go with Emma. Probably thinking, why Emma? Up to this time, she had done nothing. I mean, Emma had been a big hot mess. She had the time with Santino. When Santino left, it killed her career. She forgot to use this, didn't know how to use a self-checkout, got fired, got rehired. but she is a fantastic talent. Her work now at NXT as like partial heel Dark Emma is amazing. So now we go into the Extreme Rules match. Now on that card, you already had a Kiss Me Arse match. You had I think it's like a street fight. You had a last man standing. You had a Russian chain match. So then it comes down to what sort of match do you have these two guys have? I think you book these two guys in an I Quit match. That's right. You book Miz and Mizdow in a vicious, brutal, just, the person who does not want to have the Miz music. You lose, awesome, if you say that you quit. And then you have the Miz go for the figure 4 leg lock, which of course he was taught by Ric Flair. You then have that get reversed. And of course the Indian Deathlock, which is the version, when you reverse the move, it takes all the pressure off. And while it's going on, every time somebody tries to get involved, Emma just shuts her down. I would have Emma be a very good deciding factor. Chicago, Smarky Town. Chicago, Shimmer. Shimmer, Tenille. Tenille is Emma. You have Emma and Summer Rae brawl on the outside. Because they know whoever wins this match, they're going to actually go somewhere. The loser is going to go nowhere. Have those two kind of brutal on the outside. You want those two to have enough of you don't have the cat fireworks at the knockdown drag and, like rolling back and forth. But you have them do enough. That way then Summer Rae cannot get involved to help Miz win this match. Miz eventually gets locked in a figure 4 leg lock. But not just any figure 4. I have Miz that do the figure 4 around the ring post. It's an I Quit match. Doesn't matter. So now Mizdow has done the figure 4 to Miz, but he's done it better because there's a ring post for it. Miz says I quit. Miz loses the theme song. He loses everything. Next night on Raw, Mizdow comes down. Crowd's going nuts. Crowd's having an amazing time because they know he's won. He has hit the absolute pinnacle. He had this year-long story. He was beaten down. He was verbally abused. He was physically abused. And now he's done it. He has defeated The Miz. Have him come in the ring. Have him call The Miz out. Miz, no theme music. Nothing. No Titantron. Miz comes down to absolutely nothing. Damien looks at him, kind of smiles. Looks at him again, takes off the weird Jedi-esque robe thing, hands it to The Miz. Grabs mine and goes, I don't want to be The Miz. He's like, because The Miz is a loser. You were the main event, you're nothing. Without me, you wouldn't be on the pre-show. And you have him just run down The Miz. I'd have him be like, by this time the Marine 4 will have essentially bombed. Be like, the Marine 4 bombed, Marine 3 bombed. Talk about every single accomplishment he's had since main eventing WrestleMania, and how he's done nothing. You'd be like, you won Money in the Bank, you were the champion, you beat John Cena. From that point on, you have done nothing in your career. Why would I want to have that on my shoulders? Why would I want to have to take that and move all of that? Why would I want that burden? It's like, I am Damien Sandow. I am the 2015 Out of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. And then, just leave Miz in the ring. Miz, then, he's got the Miz gimmick back. Everything's fine. Damien Sandow will have defeated the Miz, had the ability to take that gimmick, and was like, you know what? No. This gimmick is stupid. It's dumb. Have him go back into that stage for the masses. You then take it from Damien was nothing. He was going nowhere. He uses this journey to essentially be the genesis of a new and improved Damien Sandow, with Emma as an occasional valet. Just because Emma needs something to do, and I think if they paired those two up, and you reduce the goofiness of Emma, and instead you had her also be intellectual as well, it would have been a different sort of dynamic for her character. And then you allowed those two to actually do something. They would be on TV. And then all of a sudden you've got Emma, who could, one, she could put on a freaking awesome match. And if you want to have her be evil Emma, you can still do that. She could still work at the NXT stuff. She could go back there, reforge her career. At the same time, if you wanted to, you could slowly begin to turn Damien Sandow if you wanted to. And that way, you've taken a character who's done nothing. Pretty much, he won the Money in the Bank and he lost to a one-armed John Cena. It's about as low as you can get in your career. And that's why he did that. That was what he had to do to get the crowd behind him again and make that whole journey. And that journey will essentially have been, instead of being about The Miz and wasting on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on Big Show, you've established Sandow as a upper mid card wrestler. You can then put him. He could then be in the U.S. Open Challenge. He could be someone who could put on a pretty solid match with someone like Kevin Owens. They would have some phenomenal mic chemistry. It also puts The Miz in a situation where he actually robbed both Ryback and Big Show of that accolade. And then, when they feud for the IC title, you can take that thing that happened a couple months ago and plug that back in as well. Be like, just like I robbed you guys out of the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, I'm going to take the Intercontinental Championship. And Miz, I'll be honest, Miz really can't lose any heat. Even if Miz were to lose the gimmick and then come back out with it and be like, so, I lost a match, big deal. You can't be The Miz. I am The Miz. This isn't a gimmick, this is my life. And he could get uber heat from that. So either way, it allows Miz now to win, become successful, have a nice moment in his career. One, vanquishing The Miz. Two, on the Memorial Battle Royal. And it affects The Miz none. In fact, if The Miz were to come out, still with the theme music, still all the same thing, act like it never happened, have Damien Sandow be like, you got beat you, right? You lost this. And have him be like, so? Think I care? I'm The Miz. And get that actual level of legit nuclear heat on somebody for losing a feud, losing everything. And then just I'm like, so? I don't care. I'm The Miz. This is me. This is who I am. And that actually could work. Someone like The Miz, who gets legit heat normally, could use that to get some wicked heat. And to actually make him a better, more effective heel. So, that was my initial thought at this. I really don't script anything in advance. This is all kind of on the fly. I worked on some dates. That was about it. So, leave some comments behind and below. Let me know what you think.